Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise, Season 3. Is it 3 or 4? I keep forgetting. Anyways, Episode 6, Little Miss Do No Wrong. So, you know what? I appreciate these episodes are 45 minutes minus commercial. I appreciate that, but I'm going to do something new with this series starting next week. So welcome everybody. Come on in. Go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave your comments, tell a friend to tell a friend, and welcome in. Hello to everyone that's on the replay as well. And hello, Frappes and Tea, Ola, and hello, Tamika. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So on tonight's, yesterday's episode, or if you watched today, it was April and Valentine, Lidia and Scott, Valentine and Carlos, Matthew and Anna. I was really hoping we could have seen Everton and Jordan bring back the people that we want to see, at least for me, because that seems to be where the drama is. Lidia and Scott, Nicole, and whoever else, that's not drama. That's just like, we just waiting on it to unfold, right? Matthew and Anna, just so far, he's real quirky. And I think Anna moves like a little bit too fast for Matthew. Valentine and Carlos, listen, it's back and forth. It's like a seesaw. 1 week they're on, 1 week they're off. 1 month they're on, 1 week they're off. So there's no big surprise with their drama either. And April and her Valentine, I don't know about the drama. I just think that maybe she's coming across, like the title suggests, little Miss Do No Wrong, kind of like a little Miss Goody Two Shoe. And hey, you know what? Congratulations to her for all her accomplishments. She worked hard to be a physician. She's got different degrees, master's degrees in different little things like that, different businesses. So kudos to that. But that's where the kudos stops, because when it comes to common sense, lust, then love, I don't think maybe she's had too many relationships, because it's not giving that she has, based off of how she is thinking that her relationship with Valentine, her Valentine, is supposed to be. Because what did she say? She's like, oh, I really missed him. I missed his body. Girl, that's all you got. That's all you looking for is body. You could get body yaddy anywhere. But anyways, let's read some more comments. Tamika, you said, thankful they aren't long. Exactly. Frappes and Tea says, Matthew's very needy. Yes. Hello, Dolores. Hello. Also, so let me go ahead and say what I'm going to say about this season of 90 Day Love in Paradise. Since the episode is so short, I'm not going to hinder and bother you all with any lives on it. I will just, starting next week, do like a pre-recorded video. And then if you want to, you can watch it from there, because no sense in doing like the tell-all, which part 3 is next week, and then the new season is going to come on. So I'll be live for that. And then this is so short, like I said, I could just do a quick video. Y'all can watch it if you want to respond, in the comments, and go from there. And then, Married at First Sight is still dragging along, so we got some time with that too. So I think that's how I'll do it from starting next week forward for Tuesday night slot. So just a pre-recorded video. So hopefully you don't mind with that, because like I said, it's not giving, right? So anyways, let me read some more comments. Hi, Sharon. And then Tamika, you say she don't understand him. That's all she can bank on. Exactly. I'm actually going to drop the link early, because you know what? Since it's so short, it's really not giving a whole lot of content. We're not going to be on here very long. We're just going to give our opinions and what's going on and go from there. So if you want to join the panel, you can, like Tamika has before, and other channels, Devontae, the Jasmine Show. If you want to click the link, you can. You have the option of not showing your face, or you can if you want to, or we could go ahead and stay in the comments. But let's get started. So let's start with April and Valentine. So today, April is meeting the family. And so you already know how April was when she first came to the DR anyways, when she first landed. when she let Valentine pick out the hotel, she was like, what kind of neighborhood is this, right? So now that he's driving to her home, to his home, she's looking around again like, where we at? I'm like, listen, every neighborhood is not going to be established. Clearly, you're not in the touristy part of the city like you already said that you weren't. So this is more urban, more rural. This is how they live, right? And every city has that. You have the nicer parts of the city or country, wherever you're from, and you have the not so nice or whatever, so that's just how it is. She pulls up to the house and she's like, I see you backstage. She's like, oh, this is su casa? See? Oh, I like it. I said, girl, stop lying. Girl, stop lying. Stop. Rainy, knock it off. Okay, knock it off. Well, nobody was convinced with that, not even Valentine. So let me bring you up to make it. We can take go from there. Right? Knock it off. Oh, I like it, girl.
No, because she did that. It's nice. Yeah. I'm like, girl, stop lying.
Knock it off, right? Knock it off.
Yeah.
So, I guess she tried to put whatever she had to the side to, go through with it, to meet the family and everything. I just gonna put it out there for every 90-day fiance that goes there. You have to know some of the language. You can't just be over there just all like, oh, my Spanish is, she didn't say Paquito, she said Paquino. Like, what is Paquino? Was that a new board game?
Pachinko.
Right?
We all played that as kids.
It's like, at least know the basics. Hello, how are you? Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's the least you can do, right? So the sisters knew a little bit of English, right? It was shaky, but she did good, right? And so here's my thing with her. Like I said, is she giving the energy of she's never had a serious boyfriend or relationship because she had so much schooling and she just so focused on school that the first thing smoking, she's like, ooh, I like your body. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like she has no, like, I don't know, self-awareness of a relationship. Like she's a teenager, right?
I agree. Yeah.
So, she's given the expectations because I put on the thing like, wait a minute, what? First of all, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to make some sausage, some avocado, this and that. Oh, I'm vegan. Okay, that's cool, you vegan. But let them tell you what they're going to make and, to the side. If they have fruit or salad, it's tropical. I'm sure they have that. Then you eat it, right? I'm a firm believer. If you go to someone's house, you don't tell them what you don't eat. If you just don't eat it, just don't eat it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't eat that. That's your opinion. But when she was saying like, I'm a doctor, I have this, my businesses, things like that. You knew that before you got there. You knew this young man didn't have anything up to your standards. He's 10 years younger than you. So what are you expecting? Somebody tell me. Sharon says, I'm not feeling this show. It's kind of boring. That's why, Sharon, I'm going to do a pre-recorded video next week going forward. So we don't have to be on here. I love being with you all every week, but this show is not.
It's not giving.
It's not giving. So I'll just do the pre-recorded video if y'all don't mind. Okay.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Okay. Dolores says hello, Tamika.
Hey, girl. Hey.
And Dolores, she also say, I agree with you, Kay. She is immature, very immature. Like I said, she gets kudos for her accomplishments because she has a lot. But telling the family what it is that you're not going to do, this, and that, when you already knew he didn't have anything compared to you, what kind of relationship did she think this was going to be?
Yeah. She essentially just put him down like, listen, you ain't got nothing. And so it's a come up for you to be with me. I'm not coming here living off of $200 a month. I mean, I understand that, but it's like, it's how you said it to make him think like you ain't got nothing. And I'm not living here. This is beneath me.
Right. But again, she knew that. So I don't know if she could have said, well, yes, of course you could say it in a different way. But if you know that he is just barely getting off a personal training business and you have all this other stuff, what can he provide for you? What can he do? So, but you said this to your sisters. This is, a couple episodes ago. This is the love of your life. Blah blah blah. But yet, you want him to come to America. He straight up said, "I don't feel comfortable coming there."
Yeah.
So I wonder where she got this during the translating that they did prior to the show being aired, that she felt like he was going to come to America.
She heard what she wanted to hear.
Right.
And because of that language barrier, he probably said, no, I don't want to come. And she heard, yeah, I do want to come.
Right. The sister made a lot of sense. She said, maybe because this is new, that, maybe that's why things are shaky. I'm thinking, well, they've been talking for a year, so technically that's still new. But I think they're shaky because she feels like he was, going to tell y'all, deuces, I'm out. I'm going with her to the United States.
And it ain't like that.
Yeah, it's not even like that. So I wonder, because it's giving off that he has like a big family. So they're throwing her a party, like a welcoming, hello, how are you? So I wonder how she's going to be when he comes around his family, because how should I say it without sounding like I'm better than, because I'm not. They seem like they live in the same area, the same neck of the woods. They don't have a whole lot, right?
Right.
Based off of what we're seeing. So I wonder how she's going to be when she's around his entire family like that. If she's with that with his mom, his sister, and his grandma, that energy is not coming. And they're going to be talking about her.
They are. She don't understand them.
Like, she came out here thinking this, and this, right? She don't even know.
Right.
Dolores says, I think he is right to learn basic English before coming to U.S. Exactly.
Yeah. And then you hear her say, when I learned, I had a lot of stuff going on at the same time. You can have this, and this going on, about learning the English.
I mean, everybody's different.
Exactly. Everybody's learning pattern is different.
Right. So anyways, so that was it with them. So let's move to Lidia and Scott. So I'm just waiting. They just need to go ahead and just bring the drama and get it over with, and that's it.
And be done with it.
Be done with it. Lidia and Scott. So now it's later in the evening, because in the morning was a breakfast with Nicole and asking all the questions. So the energy, I wrote here, the energy seems off, but the energy seemed off since he landed.
Oh, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Lidia finally got her phone to work, kind of. Because I kept saying, how come she's not using her phone, right? If his phone has an international plan, how come she's not using hers? But she had the translation in French, it sounded like. It was like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
Just say like English, right? For her to see, like, tap here, she still can do it. But I just think that Scott is putting that time and effort in and the energy. And Lidia is on, she's giving, even if we didn't know her, it's just giving that she's pent up and just, she's giving like at work would be considered like a hostile work environment. She's giving a hostile environment. It's not welcoming.
Yeah. No.
And I could feel and see why Scott would be like standoffish, because even the questions, Lydia's still, it's nighttime, still asking like, she's still insecure about him dating younger women, this and that. They didn't talk about that before he came, like his dating history. And this was before you. If he dated someone younger, he's still over here with you.
Exactly. And for her to say that he paid for, pleasure, I was like, wow, you got all of that out of him? I mean, off of it? Does he like the young women?
Yeah. Dolores says, I don't think Lidia is interested. I don't think so either. I really want to know how they got on the show. I seriously want to know.
I bet she would be interested if he gave her money. And she might be feeling salty because he gave this other girl $10,000 or however much. And you see the daughter was like, he didn't give you nothing. And, and giving the person ain't nothing in it and things of that nature. So, yeah, if he was giving her money, she would be good. He hasn't gave her any.
Exactly. She would be great. So, I mean, did they even eat? They sat down. They just, the conversation was still like the energy was off. Did they even get served a meal?
I don't think so. If they did, they didn't show it.
I'm gonna go to TV. I don't think they did either. But anyways, after their talk again, Now, listen, Scott, listen. Okay, so your back hurts. Okay. I have never seen nobody get down on the ground and be like, whoo, let me stretch. 1, 2, 1. I was like, come on now. You know, you
Right.
could just excuse yourself and just went back to the room because one, your day's
Hmm.
not going anywhere anyways, right?
Right.
And two, like if he's got those kind of problems,
Oh boy.
oh boy. So Dolores also says, I agree with you, Tamika, about the money. Of course. They've been about money since the Family
Hmm.
Chantel. So did you notice too that when he was doing those exercises for his back on the street, that she was filming?
Yes.
She had her phone out. You know she was filming that for Nicole and texting like, girl, look at this. Look what this man is
Hmm.
doing. You know it was. I just
Hmm.
I just I don't know. It's just the energy is just so off. They're not giving us anything to even really discuss. They're just giving it us like they can't communicate. The translator app is not working for Lydia. She's focused on him being with younger women, and
Hmm.
that's it. So what is the point of them being on the show? Well, for Lydia, anyways.
Right.
So I think Lydia was a catfish. I just put it out there. She's a catfish because she's not trying. She's not trying
Mm-mm.
at all. So okay, so let's move to Valentine and Carlos. I just have one sentence. Well, that chapter's closed.
Or is it?
Or is it? But you know what? They seem to go like 3 months back on, back off, back on, and back off.
Hmm.
What I will say with this is that, um, in my opinion, and I know it might not be popular, I think Valentine overreacted to the friend. I do. Because I'm going to say it again. I think that because Valentine lives a polyamorous lifestyle, it just seems like things are just okay for him to do and not Carlos. That's why I'm saying he overreacted. Like, to me, he's my way or the highway kind of guy. So, and then to be like straight up pointing the finger, like, she can't come to the wedding, but my family and friends can come and she can't come without any compromise. Like, he didn't even want to meet Michelle. He didn't want none of that. But Carlos had to, like, it was like mandatory. That's why I feel like, in my opinion, he overreacted with that situation. But I saw the smirk on your face. What were you going to say, ma'am?
We can have a friendly agree to disagree. I don't think
Mhm.
I think he overreacted in his response, but
Okay.
not in his thought process. Because if if I'm getting married to someone and
Uh-huh.
this is a lifetime commitment, and I'm saying, hey, I'm not comfortable with you inviting such and such to this wedding, but you are insistent on such and such going, that's a problem.
Okay. But at the same time, he didn't want to meet her at all. He didn't want to even see what she was about, period. But if his family and friends came, he expected Carlos to welcome them in. You can't have it both ways if we're getting married. If we're going to be an
Hmm.
open book, this is supposed to be open book. I'm telling you all this stuff. You have to be open and willing. Now, after you meet her and then we both decide, okay, I feel, this might not be best for our relationship if you continue on this, that's different. But he didn't do that. I think that's my issue with it.
Yeah, I still think he should have met her,
Uh-huh.
just to get that out of the way. But I
Uh-huh.
still think that Carlos should have considered where he was coming from. But I think more so after they met.
Uh-huh.
But for them just to cut it off now, I'm just like, here we go. But
Yep.
they'll be back. But
Honestly,
I get it.
you get okay. I think it would be for the best if they did not continue. They
Mm-mm.
have too much things that
Alpha males.
that they don't agree on at all. Sharon says, I'm sick of these two arguing. And Dolores, yes, we know that your favorite couple. It's your favorite couple. But I will say, I'm not normally Team Valentine in this at all.
Hmm.
I just, me personally, I don't, he might be a great person. I don't care for his energy he gives off. I don't. So I think maybe I might be just a little biased when it comes to that. But I will say, he did say something that I did like and I thought was very well thought out. At the very end, when he said that Carlos is 29.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get over it in a few years from now. This just be like a little bump in the road. Versus Valentine, who's 47, 48, who, when you're of a particular age now, right?
Right.
You need stuff to be happen now. You need to be focused. You need to be sure so we could go on living our best lives, golden years. So I was like, okay, so you are reasonable in there somewhere. So I like that he said that. And it's true though. Carlos is still young and he can bounce back and still continue with life. Well,
right.
Valentine can too, but when you're young, you have a little bit more life in general, in theory,
Mm-hmm.
ahead of you than if you don't. So, all right. So, what'd you say, Sharon? Sharon says he doesn't even know her. Carlos said she was his friend. How can he dictate who he's friends with? I think the issue with that, Sharon, in my opinion, is that there is feelings there with Carlos. Like they said that he does feel something for her. And I think Valentine is insecure with that. But that's one of the many issues. All right. So Matthew and Anna. So I typed out, so it's Matthew's first carnival and he's brought costumes to match Anna so they can coordinate. He has his Peter Pan outfit with a medical sock because he twisted his ankle. He said that he was giving, they were going to be matchy and all this stuff. I said, Peter Pan. I said, that looked like a stage play outfit. That did not look like it was carnival at all. And especially not with that sock. I said, did they really coordinate before he came over? Because he wasn't giving.
No.
Sorry, Matthew, but you're giving very nerdy. One.
Very.
And you're giving she's out of your league.
Very much so. And my GDAR was going off. Like like, are we sure you on the right side of the tracks?
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second, Tamika. Phil, foster dog mom. Hey, missed you last time. You said if Carlos told Val he liked Melissa and she shut him down, it's Michelle. I'm like, who's Melissa? Okay. Carlos wouldn't have wanted to meet either. If Carlos told Valentine he liked Melissa and she shut him down, Carlos wouldn't have to meet. I don't know. You kind of have to kind of like elaborate on that for me because I don't know. Dolores, she's saying Matthew is boring. Matthew is boring, and Matthew, like I said, Anna. I mean, just because there's another 10-year age difference, that doesn't mean too much. But Anna is still young, party girl. I'm out there doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? She looks like she is like way further than Matthew. Yes, granted, like I said, he's has his own career and everything else, but I don't think he could keep up. And you said you do what's going off?
Just a little bit.
I can see what you mean. I'm not co-signing that just yet, but I can see what you mean.
I mean, it is what it is. There's no judgment here,
right?
You
no
know,
judgment,
but it was just going off, and yeah.
Yeah, I need to know more about that YouTube thing because that YouTube thing and this carnival, you would think that he would be more prepared for a carnival than he was. Yeah. Their outfits didn't match. He thought her outfit was too sexy. I'm like, I've seen pictures of carnival.
I've seen worse.
That's
because I've seen just the nether reasons covered. Because I know I wanted to hit carnival one time out here. I think I want to go to the one in Canada. Okay. I know I want to go, and I know that. Listen, don't even call me Tamika when I'm here. Call me something different because I'm gonna be somebody different.
Okay.
So yes.
Yeah, like I said, she was very, she was covered up. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So apparently, Matthew is either jet lagged or he can't hold
He cannot.
Because when they met her friend Amer, whoever, and she was like, oh, let's find him somebody kiss, and he was like drinking 2 alcohols at the same time. I'm like, first of all, he was already tired. He said he wanted to sleep till about 2:33.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. So he's out there drinking. It's tropical in where they at? Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Tropical and everything, and when it's hot, you drinking. That wears you down too. But he's like, listen, let's go home, catch a nap. She's like, huh? We
That
just
was hilarious.
got here, catch a nap. But she did it anyways, right? So
Hmm.
man,
She's like, it's time to go. He was like, what? What? He was still.
production did him bad. I'm like, does he have alcohol poisoning? Because he looked like he was in some seriously bad shape.
Yes. Yeah. See, he didn't do it right. He's supposed to drink water and, dilute it. But yeah,
Yes. No, he was trying to hang with the. I mean, I
with the
know
big dog.
he just out there in the carnival, but her friend group is 20 something. I
Right.
got 20 something, and I know how she do too. You know what I'm saying? There's no,
Hmm.
you can't hang like that no more unless that's just your lifestyle. But yeah,
No.
he tried to get out that bed.
That's hilarious.
He didn't know where he was.
No, not at all.
Girl, you just I was like, just let him sleep and you go. He wouldn't have woke up tomorrow anyways. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't know you left.
Mm-hmm.
Feld Foster Dog Mom says, I wouldn't want anyone at my wedding who was invited just to shut the wedding down by saying, I object, I'll give you a chance. Oh, well, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So, but Matthew still feels like, well, first of all, Matthew can't hang, whatever.
No.
If the only, like I said last week, if the only drama he brings is your visa isn't approved yet, I mean, they're wasting our time.
Yeah. Unless he's gonna be mad after the fact and try to cause drama.
Right. Dolores says there used to be a carnival in DC where she lives. Oh, okay.
Really? Oh.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say? Filled out old folks' meds and alcohol don't mix. Yeah, because maybe he had like medication from his swollen foot because he had on a compression sock.
Right.
And he had to compare the shoe. Which shoe looked better? I said, you got to be kidding me. You don't know what shoe looked better? Why'd you even bring those? Those look like they were house shoes anyways.
Those granddaddy shoes.
They are, but I'm just saying, like,
yes.
Which shoe looks better? Oh, okay.
Ridiculous.
Like, yeah. She's gonna run circles all around.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, I don't think they have a storyline, honestly.
No.
So next week we see. We'll just stay with them next week. So he didn't make it back out to the party.
Yeah.
This time he wearing a wolf costume or whatever. Now, if he thought he was hot and drunk before, he's gonna be hot and drunk now. Oh, hey girl, you ready? Okay, we have a late joiner. The Jasmine Show.
Y'all know I was putting out fires at work.
Oh, well, I started a little bit early too. Hey.
Hey.
Good. How are you? Dolores says Matthew acts much older than his age. Well, I was going to talk about next week, but you can go back over if you want to. If you didn't hear me say, if you were still at work, that next week, next Tuesday, I'm just going to do a pre-recorded video because this show isn't long enough to give a lot of extras. So we'll do that going forward. We'll stick with the Mondays with the 90-Day Fiancé with the tell-all on what's coming up next. And then, of course, Married at First Sight. So this next week will be pre-recorded. But we talked about April and Valentine. What do you think about that?
Okay, so she did a
lot. Wait, let me do it. Oh, this is where you live? You su casa?
Me encanta.
I like it. I'm like, girl, please.
Right.
But go ahead.
A mess. First of all, I keep telling y'all these people have fake relationships. How you don't talk about where you gonna live at? How are we talking about 90-Day Fiancé and you have not discussed where you're gonna live at and agreed on it? And then like she didn't have to blow up his spot at his people's house. Like they could have just paused and had the conversation later. But I felt like she made herself look super entitled. I'm not gonna say she's entitled. But she's clearly bougie and she clearly can do a lot for herself. But to like say that in front of the family, even if they don't speak English, they gonna get that translation later. Like, I'm just like, that was kind of disrespectful to me. And his family seemed really nice and welcoming. Like they were at least trying to be welcoming. So,
but we discussed though, we discussed that she knew this already. She knew this.
Mm-hmm.
She know about her status, about being a doctor and her multiple degrees and her businesses and all her accomplishments. She definitely gets kudos for that. What she does not get kudos for, in my opinion, is to go over there and be like, oh, he can't take care of me. You knew this before you went. You knew he didn't speak English before you went. So her expectations of her Valentine is where hers is. Yeah, you were showing you're equal, but he's definitely not. He don't
not even close.
Not even close. So I was saying, I feel like this must be her first real relationships because she spent so much time with her studies that she maybe didn't have that interaction when she was younger. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what's up with her, but I feel like she showed her tail at the family house. I did not appreciate that. And then for her to be like, oh, your sister speaks some English? Well, you should speak English. You should speak Spanish since we're talking about it.
Right.
Like, both of y'all need to learn each other language. Like,
right.
I'm just like, ugh.
You have to know the basics. You must know the basics no matter where you go. Even if you're traveling.
Yes.
You have to know the basics. If something happened, how are you going to get by? Like English, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Everybody don't speak English.
No.
And vice versa. And then, okay, so what do you think about Lidia and Scott? I said the energy was automatically off from the very beginning. Even if we didn't know them before, the energy is off because she doesn't seem like she's trying. Tamika mentioned that they only want the money, the cash.
Yeah,
their episode was the evening of the morning of the breakfast. So it was still the same day.
Yeah.
We didn't progress.
I don't see it. Like, I feel like something about him is a little off to me too. He may have good intentions or whatever. Like, he was like, he wants somebody to have pillow talk with, and I get all of that, but they're not a match. I just don't see it. There's no chemistry. They may think each other is attractive, but Lidia, the way she was all trying on lingerie and all that before, that was all performative because she ain't doing none of that.
Right. Separate rooms, right? Where's the lingerie? Exactly. Mm-hmm. So what if that was Vince in the middle of the street, stretching his back? What was that? Was Vince?
Listen, I don't know what that move was. I was like, what is that? Matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to my brother-in-law. He's a physical therapist. I need to know what that is because I was like, that looks like foolishness. That don't look like you stretching nothing.
Ridiculousness.
Yeah. On the ground. Where did he get that cushion? That was
that was a yoga mat.
From the chair he was sitting in. Because he put it back.
Lord. I was like, where did he get this?
Yeah, he put it back at the end. And then Lidia was filming with her phone. And then, she was sending it to Nicole.
Like, look at this fool. Like,
yeah, exactly.
A mess.
All right. And then we talked about Valentine and Carlos. And then we had an agree to disagree moment with Miss Ma'am. Because I had mentioned that I thought that Valentine overreacted by the situation because he said that he's in a polyamorous relationship, and with his family members coming over, he wants Carlos to be welcoming and inviting them regardless of the fact. When he wouldn't in turn meet and speak with Michelle, he's just bent on, oh, you have an emotional relationship with her, I don't need to meet her. So it's like you're not giving the benefit of the doubt. And then Miss Ma'am Tamika said she didn't think so. Do you remember what you said, or the gist of what you said, Tamika?
I just said that listen, I can barely remember what happened 2 minutes ago, but listen, don't judge. That's but I was just basically saying that he has to be respectful. That if he doesn't want somebody at the wedding, then you have to be respectful that I don't want this person there because you wanted to make cookies with this woman and she said no. And now she's your best friend. I don't see that. And he just has to be respectful of the, I see you, Jasmine. I see you.
All right. So I'm a little bit in between. I'm in between. Because I agree that, I also just had a wedding.
Yes.
So if I say she not coming, she not coming. She don't respect your wife, she not coming. Okay? That's what it boils down to. But the thing is, if you have female friends and I have male friends, we got female friends and male friends. If
Right.
you can only be friends with her, there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to be besties, but there should be like a mutual friendship, relationship, respect. So if we never even got to see Michelle, so I don't really know what her perspective is of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like we're not even getting there. Did Carlos overreact? No. Did Valentine overreact? Yes. He's also goofy and immature. He's saying Carlos is immature, but he's immature to be like, oh, I was looking for my socks. Oh, I was hoping he would stop me. I'm like, we don't have time to play these games.
Yeah.
Y'all want to be together. Y'all two need to prioritize each other over other people because you're not going to be married to Michelle.
Correct. That's true.
And I did say that he needed to meet Michelle, you know, and then they come to that conclusion. But I just didn't think that if he's not comfortable with somebody being there, then no. But yes, and I absolutely agree. If you got female friends, though, they my friends.
We all friends.
And we all friends up in this piece. You know, I absolutely agree with that.
Mm-hmm. And then we moved to Matthew and Anna. And I said right here, it's his first carnival. He brought costumes to match his Peter Pan outfit that looked like it was for like really a fifth grade stage play. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not a carnival outfit. And like the things that she had on, Tamika and I agreed like that she was appropriate compared to the pictures I've seen of carnival. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought she was dressed cute.
I did too.
She was dressed really cute.
The thing is, she said that they were supposed to match. I'm like, what did they match?
He don't match.
It's supposed to be what, Tinkerbell and Peter Pan?
Yeah.
I missed.
The thing is, I didn't see her wings, so I was not getting Tinkerbell. But it was a cute. I thought it was all her outfits was cute, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He looked weird. She needed to coordinate him a little bit more, and also his voice was irking the crap out of me. Anna, don't leave me, Anna. Every time he said it, I was dying. I was like, she not gonna stick with him because he ain't got no swag, and he's needy, and he's old. The sock, the compression sock, with the zipper.
What?
No, absolutely not.
He was like, what shoe looks better? We're like,
none of them with the sock. None of them. But you know what? At first, I wasn't sure about them. I was like, she not really into him. But like how she greeted him at the airport made me realize she's really into him. But
yeah, the way they kiss,
he's goofy. Yeah. He don't need to like be like. He's like, oh, I need to drink and show them that I can hang. You don't have to drink like to that degree to hang. Right. Especially if you're gonna be taking naps. You got two parties. When she woke up and he was like, oh, it's a morning party and an afternoon party. He was like, what? Like,
but the thing that what we talked about is not just that. So I was saying he's probably has, first of all, I said he was nerdy.
Very.
And said, doop, 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 doop. Her radar's on for him. Now she said the doop, doop, doop. That's what Tamika said.
I said the same thing.
But anyway, we could have comma that and move past it. So I was like, so okay, so he already wanted to sleep till like 2:33. So he already has jet lag.
He just got there. That was the thing. It was like, why did I just lay them partying the next day?
Jet lag, he's drinking, he's hot in that Peter Pan outfit. He got his sock on. He trying to hang with her. She's 26. Like I said, I got a 26-year-old.
He 36.
I know how they party. You know what I'm saying? Those days after a certain age, it really does pass you by if that's not your lifestyle no more, right?
Once you hit 30, that liquor hits different.
And
very different.
I said production did him wrong because when he fell out on that bed, I said, do you have alcohol poisoning, sir? Because he looked like you could just like move him like a rag doll. He already $125, right?
Wet.
Wet, you know? And I was saying to Tamika before he came on, I said, listen, she should have just let him sleep. He wouldn't have known that she went out to party. By the time she came back, he probably would have just been getting up good. You know what I'm saying? She'd been ready to do it again. I also said, if their storyline is only that the K1 is delayed, they don't have a storyline.
Their storyline is he can't keep up and she got seasoning and he don't.
Right.
And then also their storyline is going to be the fact that he was like, well, she's dressing sexy and guys are going to say something to her. I'm like, if you dating somebody that's attractive, you think when you're not there, nobody's saying anything? They say it just because it's carnival? No, like,
yeah,
he has insecurities is what it's going to come to. And she's going to be sick of him at some point.
Well, I still think she want to come over to America, though. I
I can see that.
They're already wearing their rings. They already have rings on. Did you notice?
Really? I didn't see that.
They have rings on. They sure did. So next week's episode, like, we're gonna stick with them. So they're still at Carnival with that wolf outfit. He's already out, almost alcohol poisoned, allegedly. He's getting up. He got a wolf outfit on. He trying to, stand up straight, and somebody's like, "Oh, hey, mommy, who you with him?" He's
you sure?
Like he's gonna do something.
Said, are you sure?
Right. He trying to act like, he better get out of here. I said, don't get drugged. Do not get beat up by these young
blink
dudes.
Twice if you are okay.
Right.
That's
so
hilarious.
Laura says it's just Matthew. I did Carnival in DC, much older than Matthew. Yeah, Matthew is.
Yeah.
He's a lightweight. That not trying to be harsh, but he's definitely a lightweight in all areas. Seem like, but
he don't seem like he have no fun besides his little TikTok videos and stuff. I'm like, I can't see him actually going outside to do fun things. Like I didn't get that vibe at all.
Well, you know why? Because his background is criminal justice. So maybe depends on what his job is. That's his degree. Depends on what his job is. He may not be able to. There is something going on in my neighborhood. Hold on, I got the news on. No, for real. I'm sorry. It says police standoff. It's like literally around the corner.
Oh God.
Oh wow. You may want to take cover.
It's not that close. It's around the corner.
Oh, okay.
It's a couple blocks away. It's a couple blocks away.
Okay.
But anyways, so that's Matthew and Anna. And then next week, we're also going to see Lydia and Scott. So Scott is upset. He's like, you know what? I'm tired of this phone. Give me somebody who could translate for real because I'm tired of this mess. Scott said, he's tired of being chastised, talked down to, whatever. Now, Lydia says, oh, so we're finished? Do you think Scott's going to say he's finished too? Or you think it's just something that they're interjecting that it's going to make us, we're going to watch anyways, but make us watch even more.
They just saying that.
They just saying
like
that.
one little second of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because it looks like they still haven't gone home. They look like they're still out. He just finished his exercise in the street. And he's tired of Lydia and not being able to use the English part of the phone and putting on the French version. And he's like, listen, give me somebody who I can talk to. Right. And so I just think that Lydia is still in his ear about the younger women and the cash.
Yeah.
Anybody would be tired of that. He didn't come all the way to Dominican Republic to talk about this. He came to meet you after a year, all this other stuff. I just don't understand people who don't realize that I had a relationship before I met you.
Yeah. Ain't got nothing to do with you.
Lydia did say that she thought that he was sending all that money for sexual favors. And that's what hit my ear because I was thinking, if you had a girlfriend in Colombia and your prostitution is legal in Colombia, just to be clear, and you are sending $17,000 in Colombia, do you know what I could do with $17,000? Like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot. Yeah.
So I was just like, that does seem a little bit suspicious. That amount. I don't know how long they were dating, but
he did say that he was helping her out. I mean, Scott had a backstory of the reason why, but regardless, it was still before you, so it shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
Shouldn't matter, and that just goes to show that you're interested in the financial aspect of what he could do for you, not the fact you've been talking for a whole year and he wants to really be with you. That's my issue with Lydia, even outside of the Family Chantel. And then also next week, which I was hoping we would see last night or today, whenever we watched it, bring Everton and Jordan. Let's get this show started.
Yes, let's get it popping because I've been waiting.
Yes. So here's my thing. So Jordan's going to tell Everton about her sitting on cakes and making special videos. Does that override the, hey, I've been sleeping with your dude conversation?
Absolutely not.
Hold on. But we don't have no context though. Because she made it sound like Remember, they said they've been off and on for 12 years.
Right.
So this had to be sometime during COVID. And I don't know if they were off or on because we ain't barely seen them.
True.
So it could have been when they were off.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably was like, yes, I'm dating somebody that's in America. And that's how they got the information and took his phone and got the number and was like, oh, you American women are so all of this. Because that sounds very spiteful, or that sound like it might be one of his baby mamas, honestly. But the way he said, she's crazy, reminded me of every dude that's ever been caught cheating. So
right.
I'm not sure.
Right. No, I understand that. I get that context too. But I'm saying, does that supersede her making money? To me, the answer is no.
No, but you know, as far as men and their egos, don't nobody like they think that you can just take an L for cheating. But if you out here putting your cheeks on OnlyFans for pay, then that's a problem.
Yeah, you're right. Right. You're right about that. Okay. And then also we see Juan and Jessica telling little Dennis Nam that they're going to have a little baby brother or sister. And what was his? I don't want a baby because you're going to.
I was screaming.
I said, "Oh my God!"
I was like, "He's so bad."
You go from cereal, no milk in the cereal, to I don't like it. I don't want it. I said, "Oh, Juan, you got yourself in in a pickle, right?"
Yeah,
pickle.
One of them little kids. Remember that movie Problem Child?
I like those. I don't think they're that bad. That's why I said Dennis the Menace.
Just hold on.
Little boys be straight up though. They will tell you, like, they're like, no, I don't want to. Like, you seen them on like Instagram where the kid be like, oh, mommy's having a baby. Oh, what is it? And then it's a girl. I don't want a sister. Like straight up.
Right.
When my son, he was 4 when Cassandra's born. He wanted a sister. He was fine. He had no problem when the sister came. Now, when she came home, you know, like little kids, he was looking at her like crazy. But he loved his sister. But these little boys right here, just whine about everything.
It's a girl. Is it a girl?
I don't know what it is. I said, you know, when I had my daughter.
Yeah.
But she's due in June, so in a couple of weeks. But still, they're just whining about. I don't want it. I'm like, those boys are spoiled. One. And 2, Juan, I don't know if he'll be able to course correct the kids.
Juan ain't got it in him. Juan is going to jump ship. He going to try to get custody of the baby and dip.
Just like that?
Just like that. I mean,
you think he want to be in Cowtown in middle America?
I don't.
He's not going to see another Hispanic, Black, any person of color. And then we haven't even seen the first husband, so you don't know if there's going to be drama with him. And also, I don't want to. You don't know what his political views are. He probably feels some type of way that his ex-wife is married to somebody from another culture. Like, it's a lot of things that could happen here.
It's a lot. But that whining gets me every time. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. The little one, I guess, but I don't know who it was, but.
It was definitely the little one, probably, because I feel like the older one is pretty like level-headed. You never really. I feel like he'd be chilling. He's easier to please.
Yeah, we gonna find out. So, all right. Well, any final thoughts on the episode? Who we looking for? Just Jordan and Everett to get the show on the road.
Let's see how it goes.
I want to see Valentine mom. That's who I want to see.
Well, maybe we'll see him come back to the States instead of hang out in paradise for the rest of the season. So.
He said he was going to a hotel, so I don't know about that.
And we need to see Michelle.
Right.
Where is Michelle? Well, is she hiding?
I don't know where Michelle is. So, but all right, y'all. Thank you for joining. Like I said, it'll be recorded for next week. So, you know, we'll give our thoughts that way. And thank you for joining. And I'll see you Thursday if you're available for Married at First Sight to see if Shaq did say yes.
He gonna say yes.
All right, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.